boy. Get in here. We got some midday tea for your today. Get in here. Listen, welcome to the Anthony Brown Show. I'm yours truly, Mr. Anthony Brown, and I'm joined by my counterpartner, Mr. Partner in Crime, Mr. The Fashionista, on the thug side of things, Mr. Legacy, the Great.
What it is, A.T.L, oh, we in the building.
Listen, I just want to remind everybody, if you're new to the channel, definitely click that subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button. We're on our journey to 5,000 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button. All means click the like, which is the thumbs up. When you click the like button, that lets YouTube know that you enjoy what you're seeing over here, and then that makes YouTube share our video with other people with similar interests. And if you comment below, we'll see your comments and we'll put them on the screen, and therefore we'll answer your comments directly. So definitely subscribe, like, and comment. And if you have some friends and family that might enjoy this type of topic or content, share this by all means. So anyway, how's it going, Mr. Legacy?
Oh man, everything's going good. It's been a beautiful day. I had a great day in court today. I am trying to make history with court proceedings dealing with custody of men. I am a front runner and an advocate for men's rights, and I will definitely be showing men how to go about getting custody of their children, even when the mother is a good mother.
So I don't know if you want to talk about it, but how did it go? I mean, you said you had court today?
Yeah, I had court today, and I actually had a black female judge, and
did they go against you?
It actually worked out in my favor because having a black female judge to listen to a black family case and understand the
dynamics,
the necessary needs of a father being in a child's life, whether it be a daughter or a son, but to have her hear the case and to, give some insights, and the ruling will come out in April. But as far as everything that went on today, I won't get into depth about it, but I will just say that I'm feeling very victorious from the things that I've heard that will be going on in my favor for this case.
Okay. I'm happy for you.
And when I win it, I will come onto the podcast and raise my hand to the sky in victorious stance and position to know that a king has sat on his throne once again.
I know that's right. Well, I'm definitely happy for you thus far, and I'm definitely cheering for you. And hoping and praying that everything does go in your favor. Yeah, definitely rooting for you.
I appreciate it. I mean, my struggle. You know the work that I have put in to get to this point and this position, and to actually see and be a part of the judicial part of when, and this is not to down mothers, because I have a mother, and I'm pretty sure everybody that's here has a mother or had a mother. And it's just the position that society has put mothers in, to where that they feel more significant and more important than a father. So, I know what it is to have to fight to get to this position, and to be of relevance, because most courts really just look at a father as an ATM machine instead of a custodial parent as they look at the mother. So feeling victorious, fighting the hard fight, loving my kids the same as the mother does, and being given the opportunity, which I shouldn't have ever had to been given an opportunity to do anything, because it's my human right as a parent that brought a child into this world to be looked at as an equal and not an ATM machine.
I know that's right. I know that's right. So how you doing? How you doing, Apostle?
I'm doing really, really good. I'm out and about trying to find me a car. So
I know that's right.
out and about.
I know that's right.
Trying to find me a car.
Now you ain't trying to stimulus money.
That's where it's coming from. Oh yeah. I'm spending it wisely.
I understand that. That's what it's supposed to be there for.
Right. I ain't going to buy no gold teeth, no new ring, no new necklace, chain. No shoes.
Bundles of hair.
Right. I'm spending it responsibly.
Okay.
Me and my spouse put our stimulus together.
The bike is buying your car.
Right.
Hold on. Okay. Let me see here. We got quite a bit to talk about, but before we talk about it, let's take care of some bills.
The Shepherd's Heart AME Church of Royal Palm Beach. Contemporary worship for this present age. At the Shepherd's Heart, we're centered on Christ, focused on family, and united in love. We are a come-as-you-are church. No dress code, no judgment, no kidding. The Shepherd's Heart AME Church, where the pastor is yours truly, Reverend Liam South. We're an out-of-the-box ministry. Come, break out of the box with us.
Chill Zone. WTCZ Music Box Radio. Every Monday and Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. With your host, Apostle D. You can find it every Monday and every Wednesday at youtube.com/DmanABC3. Call in and request your favorite songs. Let's have some fun. The call-in number is 682-200-9345. The Chill Zone, WTCZ, Music Box Radio, every Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. With your host, Apostle D. Check it out. Just-in-time accessories definitely have the bling and everything in between. TeAma Copeland is your independent paparazzi agent. Join her live online Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join her on Facebook at TeAma Sweetness Copeland, or her fan page, Just-in-Time Accessories, Or you can find her on YouTube at Teama Herice. That once again is just in time accessories. Everything is only $5. Nickel and lead free jewelry. TeAma Copeland, independent paparazzi agent. Just in time accessories. Definitely have the bling and everything in between. Check her out.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Hold on here. Let me see if I can invite one more person in.
Who coming in?
I'm gonna send this to Miss Millie. Let me see if she's available.
Miss Millie Mill.
Miss Millie, since you're watching, I sent a link to you on Messenger. If you're able to come in, please do so. We're gonna be on probably another 45 minutes. Try to get on in and get on out. So Miss Millie, if you're available, definitely come on in. I sent the link to your Messenger. So if you're able to come in and share some tea with us and your points of view or your sides of the story. Okay. Just to remind everybody that the show is recorded. Right now you're watching us live, but we record the show and I upload the show on podcast. So I'm on 6 different platforms on podcast. So if you're into FM radio or internet radio, Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, by all means, definitely check us out on the various platforms of podcasts, and you can see us there. Hear us there. So immediately after every show, we download or upload the sound version to the internet. Good morning, Esther. Good afternoon, Esther. How are you doing?
You can fit in there. I can fit in there. Yeah, it's good. It seems like it's roomy. And that's
Were you talking to me, Donnell?
Oh, no. I may have found a car, y'all. So I'm hoping.
Okay.
On my way to go look at it right now.
Okay, hold on. That'll keep me for just a second. You have
no problem.
The background.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get back to what we're going to talk about. I have here on my notes here. Before I go into our notes, it's 2:00 in the afternoon. Have you had lunch yet, Mr. Legacy?
No, I'm thinking about what I'm gonna get. I'm parked right now, just trying to decide on what I'm gonna eat.
Have you ever had in West Palm Beach? Have you ever had the Hamburger Heaven?
Oh man, listen, that right there, that place right there is probably and probably do have the best hamburgers in the state of Florida.
I agree.
Who is that? Who is that got the best hamburgers?
Hamburger Heaven.
Are they still open?
Yeah.
I'm on the show. Yeah.
Yes, I went by about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they were still in that spot. And what I tell you, because they take time to make them, and they chili dogs will make you slap your mama too.
Not only will they make you slap your mama, they'll make you cuss her out, talk to any. I mean, them things is the bomb. I miss Hamburger Haven. Yes.
They're not good unless you have that little greasy spot on the bag.
On that bag, and they hand it to you in that little brown bag.
They got this little wax paper now that they wrap it up in, and that's before they put it in the bag. And that thing got so much goddamn oil in that thing, but every bite is worth every artery that you gonna clog in your body.
Yeah,
the grease come right here.
Yes. Write it down.
Yes, those are the best. Not sandwiches, but sandwiches.
Yeah, no, that's exactly. You gotta get a sandwich. If you eating a sandwich, you ain't eating good. But if you got you a sandwich, somebody love you.
Yes, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, I haven't had
That's SAMMIAICH. That
I haven't had one
yeah.
in about a
Yeah, that's a
year,
sandwich.
maybe about
Sandwich.
2 years. So yeah, that's my goal. Is I'm gonna be doing some running around tomorrow. So I think I may swing by there
Huh?
and pick up one.
Get me one.
We have these bad connections on this computer. I can't hardly understand what you're saying.
You crazy.
Miss Millie's in the house.
How y'all doing?
What it is, Miss Millie? Miss Millie Mill.
What's up, Miss Millie? What's good?
Everybody, welcome to the podcast. We have Miss Millionaire herself, Miss Millie. Yes, Miss Millie is the owner operator with Market Chop TV. We played her commercial earlier in the segment. So welcome, Miss Millie.
Thank you for the invite.
What it is, Miss Millie?
He can't help it. You gotta pray for him.
I know.
His parents dropped him on his head.
He means what?
Yes, he has the right intention. I just want to remind everybody also that the month of March is National Women's History Month. And we've been honoring women on our evening show. Our evening show is the A.T.L show, which is on Tuesdays and Friday evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you definitely want to tune in for our evening shows. But yeah, it's National Women's History Month. So the A.T.L show is hosted by myself, along with TeAma, Legacy, and also T Savage, which is the young lady that was on the previous picture. So you definitely want to tune in on Tuesday and Friday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So tune in on the evening shows. I just want to get into today's topic, like on some tea. So make sure y'all got y'all wine glasses or your drinks or your juice or whatever. So we're gonna get into this tea, and we're gonna share some tea here. First thing I wanted to talk about was the Grammys, Miss Megan Thee Stallion. You know, Megan Thee Stallion actually, she did an excellent performance, but believe it or not, as hard as her performance was, she was not the greatest performance I hear. But what highlighted so much is the fact that this is her first time at the Grammys, and Megan actually walked away with 3 Grammys.
Yeah.
This is her first time at the Grammys. Her first time. Megan showed up and showed out, and she came to do her thing. So this year, she's not playing with the kids at all. So what y'all got to say about Megan?
Megan, I believe she deserves it because Megan has been she been working her ass off since she started. She's been working hard, and she been this year alone. She been just like out there, boom, boom, boom. Megan has been like putting out hits after hits after hits after hits after hits after hits. And she just been doing a great job. Hey, I'm at the car lot, y'all, so I'm gonna have to come back on. I gotta handle business, and I'll come back on.
Okay, so what do y'all got to say about Megan?
For me, you know, I do respect her body of work, but and congratulations to her on that. But that's about is all. I mean, I don't like her music.
Really? And why is that? That's interesting.
It's just not my tea. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel any of that. I don't gravitate to women that, you know, all she rap about is her ass. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she has nothing of substance to talk about in her rap.
Okay. What do you got to say, Miss Millie?
Can you hear me?
Very well.
Let me tell you something. when it comes to Meg the Stallion, baby, I am the biggest Meg fan. And I don't know what all that is Legacy talking about over there. But,
Miss Miller, tell me something positive, or tell me something that Megan say in a rap that has substance.
you really have to listen to, I don't know how much of her music you've listened to, but she does have some tracks that's very meaningful that mentions a lot of her struggle with dealing. You got to understand something. Megan lost her mom at the time that she lost her mother. She was like at the really getting ready to blow up at that time, and to lose, they were really close. And
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't have her dad. Her dad is deceased as well. She's the only child. I don't really look at the music. I look at where her pain is. There's a lot of pain there.
But
So
but but Miss Mill, I could come right back at you and tell you another artist that's way bigger than Megan Thee Stallion that had that same traumatic incident happen to him, which is Kanye West, who mama died when he was just getting ready to break into the industry, and his mother died. And I'm like I say, I don't have a problem per se. I just don't like her music. And to each his own. I know you like Megan, and ain't nothing wrong. I like her ass, but outside of that, I've never heard anything that she rapped about that had anything of substance.
all right, I'm gonna leave that right there. But I love her.
And
I love her. She has a hell of a fitness regimen when she trains. I look at more of the woman that she is, really more than the music, because she's 25 years old, and to be 25 years old, not have kids, working on a college degree, you don't find too many rappers, period, that's pursuing their college degree. So she's very educated, and what she's doing is entertaining. It's not so much her. A lot of them, who knows if some of those songs are even written by her. A lot of them are, but
true,
but I look at
that's
her
a great
more
point, Miss Millie.
I look at her more from the woman that she is, because with it being Women's History Month, that's a hell of an accomplishment to make. She created history at 25 in Women's History Month, and I don't knock that. She to have 3 Grammys off rip. That was her first time at the Grammys, so
Yes.
that has to be, a lot of people are in unison about the decision to even have had nominated her, and she won. So I love her as a woman. Now I love her music, but I love the woman that she is more. She's a very strong young lady.
Okay.
Good point.
Keeping in conversation about the Grammys. The person who stole the show actually was Cardi B.
Right.
Unfortunately, I didn't see the Grammys because I was busy doing other things. But from what I hear, based on all of the other podcasters, all of the other influencers, the news media, they say that Cardi B actually showed up and showed out and stole the show. Are y'all surprised about that?
No, that's Cardi B. And to me, you know, when it comes to getting Grammys and awards, these are voted upon and nominated by, I would say, what's the generation we in now?
Was it the X or the? No, not X.
No, whatever, the younger generation. Those are the people that voted on that stuff. And WAP ass pussy, and that was done, I think, by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. And it's a lot of stuff. And maybe I take it a little bit more serious now that I have a daughter. I don't want my daughter being influenced by WAP ass pussy. I don't want that. And it ain't gotta always be, because little girls love hearing Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion rap now because they are two of the hottest female artists in the game right now.
True.
But it really ain't that many female artists that's on that level anyway because it ain't really no great competition out there at this moment to have a plethora of women that's out there that's rapping besides Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, and Megan Thee Stallion.
Let me
But you know,
let me ask you a question.
go ahead, Ms. Miller.
Let me ask you this. I'm gonna tell you why I see Megan in her own league and in the way that people receive her, especially women. Why do you think women like Congresswoman Maxine Waters, Michelle Obama, I can go on and on with the women that have gave her recognition for what she does for women. I don't know if these ladies listen to that. I don't think they focus on her music. It's the woman that she is.
But
She represents black
but Ms.
women.
Miller, that's what we were talking about.
Huh?
Ooh.
You're breaking up, Legacy.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
It sounds like I'm breaking up or something.
Go ahead.
She didn't get a Grammy, Miss Miller, for her attendance at school. She got a Grammy for the music that she put out. And she put out good music that is
Trending.
very derogative. And that's the issue with me. So again, kudos to Michelle Obama.
Can't hear you.
That pussy. I can't do nothing. You can't hear me?
You're breaking. You're traveling, so you're probably losing signal going from tower to tower.
Okay, can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Okay, I was saying that Megan didn't get an award for her intelligence. She got an award for singing and rapping. So that is what I'm basing my thought process off of. Kudos to Miss Megan Thee Stallion. Kudos to Cardi B. Y'all are the only two in the game right now that are rapping that gets recognition. But when we talking about putting people on pedestals and giving them kudos to the point to where, because it's women's this month and that month, she has not done anything that hasn't been done before.
But you know what? Bottom line is, it's all about the numbers. No matter what's happening, it's all about the numbers. She gets those numbers.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's what it's about.
Yes.
It ain't about nothing else. She getting those numbers. No matter. I mean, what female rapper have you seen get endorsed by so many fashion companies? That girl has Coach, Louis Vuitton.
But listen, Miss Miller, you asking me a question about that, right?
Yeah.
I've watched those same individuals who you are saying endorsed Cardi B, and not Cardi B, but Megan Thee Stallion for singing WAP ass pussy. But those were the same individuals that came out and had something to say when Dr. Dre and all them boys came out saying fuck the police. So you can't in one hand say you support somebody that's saying something about WAP ass pussy and other derogative stuff for young black women, and ask that black men respect y'all on a level, but you want to come out here and talk about WAP ass pussy. But then you want me to say, okay, I acknowledge the fact that Maxine Waters and Michelle Obama endorses these people. I don't trust none of them motherfuckers, Miss Miller, because they all are part of the government. Anything that breaks down and brings down the image of black women, if you can get behind that and endorse that, you are a part of the problem.
It depends on the individual woman. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't care how derogatory music gets, it could never make me who I am. It could never persuade me to be anything because I'm a very confident woman. I know who I am. Somebody calling me a bitch and a hoe, that bounces off of me. So
Yeah, that don't bother me.
it really depends on the person and how much of an impact they had growing up, of the people around them. So bitch and hoe, you can call me that all day. I know who I am because that's, like I said, it's gonna bounce off of me. So it really depends on the individual person. You know,
But Ms. Millie, what I'm asking you is, how is it that you can add, how is it that a person can stand like Miss Waters and Michelle? How is it that you can't stand behind the music that said F the police? You can't stand behind that group that said that, but you can stand behind an artist who say this WAP ass P.
I don't think
That's
it's
a
the
double standard. So no,
but
I don't accept the endorsement.
they're supporting the woman that she is because they're women. But you know, we're gonna have different views on it. But I give the young lady kudos because she is like the hardest worker, man. And I've seen behind the scenes how she's giving back to the community. She's 25 years old, no kids, and she's doing her thing. So I love what she did to accomplish. She's had several accomplishments within 2 years, and she's a millionaire. So I'm 25 years old, a millionaire with no kids, and she's doing her thing. So big ups to Megan Thee Stallion.
Yes, big up to Megan Thee Stallion. Let's move on. Also, still keeping with the Grammys. Can somebody please explain to me or try to tell me what did Blue Ivy do to win a Grammy?
Now that's what I want to know right there. What did she do? I don't know what she did. Oh, I think it had something to do with the movie. That little movie.
I'm like, Blue Ivy? And you know, Jay-Z and Beyonce have gotten so big to the point where they don't even show up for the Grammys. But for some reason or another, because their daughter, I guess, was nominated, they showed up. So yeah, this time, Beyonce and Jay-Z was definitely there, representing in the audience. No one, they don't even show up because they done got too big.
From what I understand on the nominations for the Grammy, you get nominated. There are people who get nominated and don't know if they're gonna win until they get to the show.
Supposedly.
So obviously, somebody already told them that Blue Ivy had won it, so that's why they came on out.
I'm like, Blue Ivy. Actually, one thing I want to say about Beyonce and Jay-Z, they're really smart. One thing they did was, I don't know if y'all remember back when Blue Ivy first was born. I believe it was, I can't remember which parent, but one of the two parents did a song, and Blue Ivy, as a baby, had made a noise in the studio, and they left the noise in the record. So she became the world's youngest recording artist because they gave her credit for that noise.
Oh, hey,
that's crazy.
That's when you're born with privileges. Those are black privileges. We always talk
you
about
already know that. Ms. Miller, you already know.
I said, what? So she made a noise that entitles her to a credit on the record.
Yeah. But you know what? That's what building legacies are about. You know what I'm saying? You build legacies for your children to be able to live lives just like that.
Miss Miller, what you say? Hold on, Miss Miller. You say you build what?
I knew that joker was gonna say something. I knew it. That's what you build legacy the greats for.
Speaking of
Thank
building,
you, Miss Miller.
speaking of building legacies, Nas, the rapper Nas, he did some similar situation. He had put out an album, and his daughter, he listed her as the executive director on the album,
That's
so that all the royalties and proceeds go to her.
exactly.
So,
That's smart. That's very smart.
so I said, wow.
And that, I commend a lot of these young people that's coming up, around that era, because they have paved the way for their children, and that's what it's about, man. It's not even about them no more because they've done their thing. They become millionaires, billionaires. They've done the music. They have residual income for the rest of their lives, and it's like they have A1 credit. You know what I'm saying? I love to see brothers with dreadlocks, gold teeth, and they credit A1. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That's powerful.
Give it to him, Miss Millie.
Hey, boy, when you got that good credit and you still thugged out, woo! Look at Jay-Z hair. I love how he wearing his hair, man.
How are you two? How well are you at giving advice, relationship advice?
Me? Dog, you don't want it to come from me, dog. No, dog.
Okay. I have a letter here. I'm gonna read this letter.
And I think I do pretty well. Legacy might be better than me in that.
I have a letter, and I want you all to give your directions. And this letter is from Lauren in Southfield, Michigan. Lauren says, "I'm a 30-year-old engaged woman. I do not get along with my soon-to-be father-in-law because he assumed that I take a job aside my fiance in the family business. I have no desire to work at a dry cleaner's. My fiance knows I only have a few credits left to get my degree, and he has been supporting me while I finish schooling. His meddling dad keeps interfering and causes my fiance to doubt my loyalty. What should I do about this?"
Tony, now, I didn't really get to hear all of it because I was getting my food. And if you don't mind, I'm hungry. I ain't ate it like since 7 o'clock yesterday.
Oh,
and could you reiterate what you was reading again so I can hear it? But hold on, before you do that, let me show you something.
Ooh, boy.
That looks like the goodness of Jesus.
Not the goodness of Jesus.
That's not what he gave to the 5,000.
I am at Tony's restaurant in Riviera Beach, Florida. This is what they do. They really put it down, and their food is very good. Come out and get some. Tony's restaurant.
We're not giving them a plug. They didn't pay for this advertisement.
It doesn't matter. I come here and eat, so I gave it to him.
Tony's restaurant owed me a coin. And I want the ones that fold and not jingle.
But what was you saying? The lady was getting ready. The lady's getting ready to graduate.
I'm gonna read the whole letter. I don't want you to miss none of it. I'm gonna read the whole letter. This letter comes from Lauren in Southfield, Michigan. Lauren says, "I'm a 30-year-old engaged woman."
How old?
A 30-year-old engaged woman. I do not get along with my soon-to-be father-in-law because he assumed that I take a job aside my fiance in the family business. I have no desire to work at a dry cleaner's. My fiance knows that I only have a few credits left to get my degree, and he has been supporting me while I finish my schooling. His meddling daddy keeps interfering and causing my fiance to doubt my loyalty. What should I do about this?
You want to go first, Ms. Millie, or you want me to sum it up?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, for me, Buddy is not a he's controlled by his father. His fiance, for his father to automatically assume that the man's fiance is going to come in and work in a sweatshop.
Degree.
With a degree just to, it shows his Neanderthal and barbaric thoughts and ways of the father. But if the father can control him to keep picking or trying to almost sabotage their wedding because the wife or the fiance does not want to be stuck in a dry cleaner for the rest of her life. That's the whole purpose of her going to college, getting a degree so she can get a better life. If he's not willing to put his father in his position in place, then you might need to leave the boyfriend and the father where they at in the dry cleaner and you start over again.
Ms. Miller?
Well, he definitely needs to be more supportive. That's their relationship. You got to be able to distinguish the two, separate the relative side from your significant other side. Y'all got to deal with that. And, honestly, with me, I wouldn't care what dude thought. You can question my loyalty all you want to, partner. I'm going to take care of this, and we'll handle this later. You know what I'm saying? So I know where my loyalty stands. And if you allow somebody to be able to get in your head that makes you question it, we might not be able to go forward then.
Is it possible that maybe the father's seen or knows something that the son doesn't know?
How do you get that out of that? How do you get that out of that?
I don't. I'm just asking a question. I don't.
Now, what if you're gonna? I believe if she's gonna leave the relationship, and he has financially been supporting her college way, that if she do decide to leave, that she should reimburse him that money when she get on her feet.
You agree with that, Ms. Miller?
Say it again.
He said he thinks that if she decides to leave the relationship after she get her degree and get on her feet, she should reimburse him for the money he paid for her education.
Well, she need to get her ass. She need to get in the sweatshop and work some of that money out there.
So if
you're gonna make it big. You're gonna make it big and then decide. And she said that he financially takes care of her school.
Right.
That means that the sweatshop that he's working in is paying for her to not have to work in the sweatshop. So if she's gonna leave because she doesn't want to be a part of the business, then just do the right thing and give him some of his money back that he invested in you, because he was investing that in you as a genuine gesture of preparing his wife for the future, not preparing his ex-girlfriend to live off of what he done invested in her and she moves on.
Let's say her education is engineering, and I know in the state of Florida, most engineers start off with at least $80,000 minimum. So if she finished school with $80,000, now she's making more money than probably the daddy and the son combined working at the dry cleaners, and she moves on with her life. You don't feel that she should have to pay him back? He paid for her education.
You talking to me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I look at it like this. When you're in a relationship, when money is involved, you're a couple. You're in a relationship. if they, this is me now. This is me. Most people don't think like me. It's no I owe you in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's like that was my girl at that time. I helped her elevate at that time. It is what it is for doing that, and I wouldn't expect her to pay me.
So I guess what I need to do then, Miss Miller, is if I'm dating somebody and they going to beautician school and they need my financial help, and they my girlfriend at the time, I need to go ahead and draw up a contract that say, oh, that's what you saying, Miss Miller, that I need to go ahead and draw up a contract that these $27,000 that I'm going to invest in your career, that I'm not investing this in your career as a girlfriend, but I'm investing this in a woman that I see as my wife, and that's what I'm working toward, her being my wife. So if at any time you get that and you get your degree and you move on, I have to have some recompense from what I've invested in, something that has ate, slept, farted, and everything in a house. I need to get some of my money back from all this education that allowed you to get up under my tutelage, up under my watch that I paid for. So men need to start, and women need to start asking women for some of their money in a contract if I'm gonna invest this type of money in you, knowing that at any time you can walk away.
See, that's why I say I'm different, because one, I don't let a dollar make me either way. And
I can't hardly hear you, Miss Miller.
You can hear me now? Okay.
A little bit better.
I don't because if that was my woman, the girl, they fiancés, right? That was her fiance?
Yes.
Okay, so they were going to get married at some point.
Yes.
Okay. I would take the L. I would simply take the L, especially if I was well off in my bank account. I would take the L, because to me, that's just the more respectable thing to do than hound her about paying. I'm going to move forward. And because I got a different kind of mindset. Okay, I'll say the average person with the mindset that's not like mine, I'll take a loss before I go to her about paying me back. You know, if anything, I want to see her succeed. And for her to be able to succeed, paying me back is not helping her financially. That's going to be struggle. So I just see it in a different light. You know what I'm saying? And I'll take the L. I would really take the L. Hell, I done took the L in some shit already. So, you know, I will take the L, because the dollar don't make me like that.
Ms. Miller, the only way I'm taking the L is my name, and her name is Josie Williams. That's what I came out of. That's the only person that I'm taking the L from, investing $20,000 and $30,000 and $50,000 in an education, and I don't get nothing back. Somebody, I just want to see you do well. Then you could just go to anybody out the street and give them $50,000 and say, I want you to do well.
I would take it. He won't take the L. He want his money back. He gonna want his money back. I'll just keep doing money to keep making money. Making my money grow.
Okay. Well, anyway, have you guys heard about this recently situation where a guy, he murders 4 individuals for their stimulus money?
Oh yeah. I heard about that, but I haven't gotten the details.
And he's not even entitled to the money, so he has no access to the money. No, one of the checks wasn't his or whatever. But yet, here's the story. That man suspected of killing 3 adults and a child told the police that he fatally shot the 4 victims after he and his girlfriend argued because he wanted a share of her federal COVID-19 relief money, according to a court document and one of the girlfriend's relatives. Malik Halfakri, age 25, was being held Tuesday at the Marion County Jail on 4 preliminary counts of murder and 1 count of attempted murder and robbery. He has not yet been formally charged in Saturday's shooting, which police have said occurred following a heated argument in a home where officers found the bodies of Anthony Johnson, 35, Dequan Moore, 23, Tamika Brown, 44, and 7-year-old Eve Moore. Afakri's girlfriend was critically wounded. A probable cause affidavit filed Monday in Marion County Superior Court reveals more details about the argument. It says that Halfakri told officers following his arrest Sunday evening that he and his girlfriend, identified as JM, were arguing because he wanted some of her stimulus check. Comments?
That's a tough one, though.
That's a damn shame.
The stimulus is causing death around here.
Of coins that he didn't even have no right to.
Well, legally he didn't have no right to it, but he might felt that he did because he might have been putting money in the house, and he felt like he should have been had some access to it.
Miss Billy, what you got to say about that?
I don't know, man. Black people just that what the white people done set up and what they designed. That's bullshit. That's straight bullshit. Sometimes you have to really but I mean, for people to lose their life over something that stupid, what can you say? You know what I'm saying?
It really is sad.
Yeah, prayers and everything go out to the family, and I hope and pray for the best. But he definitely deserves a place in hell, in my opinion.
Bro,
my question. Go ahead, Ms. Miller.
No, go ahead, man. Because even the
my question is, what was the people doing when they heard the first shot that everybody couldn't attack this one person? I mean, 4 people dead, 1 person of him. Where were y'all at this house that everybody could not attack him after you saw he shot the first person?
Maybe they were in the room, and as they was coming up the hallway, he shot them too.
He had to be some type of marksman.
How old was he again?
25.
And he lived or died?
He lived.
He's in jail.
Wow.
Okay. Legacy has something to talk about.
Deshaun Watson, as of last year, was a NFL quarterback and still is pretty much at this time of the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans owner has been an avid person against Colin Kaepernick and the taking the knee thing. He is on record where he said that there's no way that inmates are going to run the prison, which he was saying that the owners of the NFL and the general manager NFL are the wardens and the governor over the plantation, which is the NFL football teams, and that the inmates, which are the players, were not going to dictate what they wanted to be done in the NFL. Well, Deshaun Watson this year requested to be traded from the Houston Rockets because he was tired of dealing with um, the nastiness of the general manager and the owner. Well, they've been, trying to get a trade done for the last 2.5, 3 months. Well, yeah, 2.5, 3 months, and they haven't been able to get it done. But it just behooves me that all of a sudden now, since this man has asked for a trade from the Houston Texans, that now allegations of him supposedly supposed to have been had aggravated sexual charges against him from masseuses. And I just was asking Tony, I was like, where were these allegations last year when he was throwing the football for the Houston Texans? All of a sudden, now that he wants to leave Houston, now all of a sudden these allegations coming back, and it's not just one, it's 3 or 4, and they talking about more to come. So it just bothers me that the media and society has found a way to because they over sexualize black men anyway, to say this and that they have found a way to destroy us in the media right before your eyes, and all they have to do is get somebody to say that you requested or solicited or tried to take something from a woman, and then they tear your image down. Now this man, which 2 days ago there was no allegations, and today, well, yesterday and today, now there are allegations of this, and neither one of these women that have bring these allegations ever went and reported this to a police department or anything. So I'm just to a point where I'm just tired of dealing with and hearing all these sex scandals, and it's always something pertaining to after either one, black men decide that they are no longer going to be ruled and dictated up under a what do we call it, a plantation owner mentality anymore. Whether that's you trying to get your masters from your record company, or you trying to get free from tyranny on a football field that is mostly owned and regulated by white males. So it's just sad that man has to go through this right now and to be put out there on social media as a person that has done this, when it just seemed to just come from out of nowhere, because he's been in Houston for like the last 3 or 4 years, and these allegations are supposed to date back to when he first came in the NFL. Get the hell out of here.
What do you got to say about that, Mr. Miller?
Pretty much the same thing. Like I said, it's pretty
They're trying to destroy character.
It's much more to it. We'll never know. But the timing is everything. So I pretty much.
Okay. Well, I wish you the very best. I hope everything worked out for him, in his favor. Just understand how they're doing. Well,
but I will say this, Tony. I will say this. When we get to the bottom of this, there needs to be a law that is changed, because it seems to be okay for a woman to fabricate, to romance the mental thought of being able to go and say that someone touched her or assaulted her, whether it's the truth or a lie, and then you get to the bottom of it, and he didn't do it, and there's no charges being brought against the person that brought the false allegations, nor are you doing a probing to see who made those people do what they said. And until that stops, because most people say, oh, you don't want to say that, you don't want to press charges on people that brought those type of allegations about, because it's gonna make people or make women feel like they shouldn't come forth when something has happened to them. See, women who have had something happen to them for real would never ever have to worry about charges being brought against them, because one, it happened. Only people that have to worry about that and should fear going to prison for lying like that are people that are fabricating things and destroying people's lives. So those rules and regulations need to be changed in our society.
Okay. And nothing else, Ms. Millie? Okay. On the last story, Kirk Franklin and his son. We talked about it the other day in depth. But now, the addition to the story is now Steve Harvey has joined the bandwagon and trying to make it all about him. So, Legacy, you want to talk about that?
I'll go ahead and get in it. I was watching a snippet that they used with Steve Harvey talking about the Kirk Franklin and his son incident, and it's just amazing to me how people are so big on jumping on coattails of people's lives to stay relevant. Okay, Steve Harvey in the world, everybody had a piece of something to say, but Steve Harvey done damn near went out and made a documentation or a damn near seemed like a bio, as if him and Kirk Franklin sat down a year ago and was talking about this, and this just happened yesterday. I think Steve Harvey to me is one of the biggest clout chasers and fame chasers when it comes to life. Yeah, he's talking about another person's situation, but yet and still, he's only talking about it to bring more fame and to bring more relevance to who he is now. Because as he starts to drift off, every time he starts to drift away, it seems as if, or his name is not shining in the stars, he starts to, gossip more and elaborate on other people's business as if he was there and seeing what went on. Now, we all stand behind Kirk in this matter, because I think Kirk did what he needed to do, regardless if he's a Christian or not. He needed to put his son in place. But it's not Steve Harvey's place to continually bring this up in the midst of a very private, supposed to have been private situation between a father and son. And people just really need to, Steve Harvey and everybody else really just need to, you had your little 30 seconds, get off of it so they can heal and move on with it.
Period. Any comments on that, Ms. Miller?
No, I don't have children, so I can't really relate, but I feel it right for what he did. But you just don't know what happened in the past. It's so many people praising Kirk Franklin, but it has to be a great amount of pain in that young man for some reason over the years. So, I don't have kids, I can't relate, but I support Kirk. But when children act like that at any age, it's some history there that maybe I don't know. It's something there that caused him. They have a really bad relationship, a really, really bad relationship. Yeah. To get 33 years old.
Yeah, they have a horrible relationship.
It's really bad. So
you know what?
Like prayer and all that kind and stuff. How effective was it in his life with the religious part?
You know what? I'm gonna say, I think sometime in life, after a certain age, a person has to stop leaning on crutches and stand up on their own feet. I think people hold on to hurt entirely too long. I mean, it's just ridiculous how people, oh, I didn't have a daddy in my life. Oh, I didn't have a mama in my life. I didn't have a daddy. Well, I ended up getting a great stepfather, but for the first 14 years of my life, I didn't have a daddy. Didn't even really know mine. That still didn't put me in a damper in my life to where I held on to that till now. I'm glad he got the hell out of the way so that somebody else could have came and got in the spot that he was in. And people tend to hold on to hurt entirely too long when, you know, it's over and done with. Why are you still holding on to this pain? You can't, that person done did what they done, and you still hold on to it, and they moved on with their life.
Yeah.
We gotta get grown out here for real and realize that at the end of the day, outside of you becoming 18, 21, after that age right there, don't nobody owe you a thing.
At all. Okay. Well, once again, we came to the end of a very wonderful show. It actually went once again a little longer than anticipated. I even cut out some of the things I was going to talk about, but just to cut time. But it was a very interesting show, and I thank you all for participating in the show. As always, thank you, Miss Millie, Miss Millionaire, for coming on.
Thank you for that.
So that one of that supermodel.
The supermodel, hold on. Here's that supermodel.
I know what he getting ready to show.
Hey, yeah.
Legacy the Great.
Thank you, Miss Millie.
I want to remind everybody, make sure you mark your calendars for March 23rd. TJ and Chris James will be here to share their story, because collectively together they both have lost over 400 pounds. Chris is a holistic wellness coach, and he's going to show us methods in which to heal your body naturally and holistically and get it back to an alkaline state. So they both will be here on the 23rd. Matter of fact, I have a commercial for Chris.
This week's special guest on the A.T.L show, brought to you by The Anthony Brown Show, is none other than Chris James. Chris is a self-taught holistic wellness coach and creator of a healthy alternative wellness brand. With over 140,000 followers, Chris teaches others how to heal using the body's natural resources. Chris believes that water fasting should be at the epicenter of one's wellness journey. Through personal experimentation and documentation, he shows others how to perform fasting safely and effectively. He has had much success aiding others as they heal from diabetes, obesity, infertility, and many other debilitating diseases. He also shares testimonials from those who have had success utilizing water fasting and other techniques. Chris's goal is to provide information that inspires his viewers to take action. This is why his closing statement is, "The application of knowledge is power." Chris can be found on his website, www.ahealthyalternative.org, Facebook, A Healthy Alternative, Instagram, a.healthy.alternative, and YouTube, A Healthy Alternative. Let's welcome Chris Chris James.
So yeah, so make sure you mark your calendars for the 23rd. And the 23rd is actually Tuesday. For some reason, the last show we was on, I kept saying 23rd is Friday. So forgive me, I'm sorry. So Don Allen, so give us some good news, Don Allen. You're muted.
2001 Mercedes ML 320 SUV. This is it.
Okay.
That's my baby. ML 320. They go that Mercedes logo.
Well, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy you caught an Uber there and you're driving yourself home.
No, actually, my neighbor, he's the one that took me to the car lot.
So
my neighbor took me.
You caught a ride. So now you're driving yourself home.
Congratulations, Donald.
Congratulations.
It was only $1,800, y'all.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, let me just end this out real quick. So again, everybody, if you're new to the channel, definitely hit the subscribe button, like, and comment. I appreciate it so much. And just always remember, this is the Anthony Brown Show. I'm Anthony Brown, a YouTuber, influencer, and mentor. As I always say, grind until you shine. I'm a YouTuber that keeps it real and says all the things that you are thinking. So the show is full of inspiration, motivation, humor, video reactions, and education. You can always find me on The Anthony Brown Show on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Anything else y'all want to say?
Miss Millie, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I wanted to tell you how much I love you and I appreciate all the knowledge that you bring to both shows. You know I root for you in everything you do since we've come into each other's life. You know, if you need me, hit me up, holler at me. And Tony, love you, bro. DA, congratulations on your vehicle, and y'all continue to have a great day and be prosperous.
Hey, and congratulations on what happened today.
A.T.L.
Thank you.
A.T.L.